Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to talk about money. So this is exactly Subra talking about money and what all you need to do to improve your attitude towards money. So first thing is when you are starting off on your own, you need to know a number which you will charge for your services, and that's not very easy because your ego tells you that you will not negotiate, and your client tells you that you shouldn't negotiate or you need not negotiate. Whatever, you get a number, but then you keep on improving your skills and you keep on adding value to what you're doing. So today when a mutual fund hires me in a location which is not very famous, they have to put in a lot of efforts to get people, but my job is to keep those people learning and active during that session. And I'm talking of a physical session, and making sure that they feel that I have done some value add to them. So whether I go to Madurai or Behrampur or Bilaspur, I have to add some value to the IFA, and the IFA has to feel that this mutual fund, let's say a Birla mutual fund or a UTI mutual fund or an SBI mutual fund, I've added some value to their IFAs, and therefore they feel like coming back to me. And that is the thing that I have to do. I have to keep adding value to what I am doing so that the client feels that there is value in that. So, and this feedback has to come not from me but from those IFAs who are attending my thing. So first of all, keep increasing your value. So in any profession you have to do something to increase your value. So if you're a good athlete like Virat Kohli, then you need to do a lot of exercises. If you're a trainer, you maybe need to read a lot, meet with people, and read books on behavioral finance, see how it is implemented, implement them yourself, learn, and then go back to your teaching. So first of all, you keep increasing your value so that you don't have to ask people for more money. Money naturally comes. Make sure that you use this is first, make sure that you use all your skills and start marrying the skills. I remember telling a very young lawyer who was also a dancer, saying that you could use all your dancing skills because dancing is about expressing. So she said, yeah, I know, and my teacher says I overdo it, right? So jokes apart, yes, it's important that you marry all your skills, and whatever you learn from your running or your playing badminton or your tennis or swimming, you start implementing them even in your investment lives or in your profession, right? So marrying skills which look diverse at this stage. It's like a friend's sister who studied BSc microbiology or some stuff like that, and also her hobby was French, and today she's a very good French translator, especially for medical documents. She understands medicine and she understands French, right? So marrying these skills is very important. Also remember, financial independence gives you an advantage of choosing your lifestyle and not being under peer pressure to do things which you don't really enjoy. You don't enjoy buying things, fantastic. You enjoy spending money on travel, so be it, right? India is a big, huge, beautiful country, a lot of things to look at, right? You have beaches, you have forests, you have mountains, you have deserts. You can go on long drives, you can go to waterfalls, you can go to rivers. I mean, it is unlimited. Seeing one state like Arunachal Pradesh will take you 10 days. I'm not joking, right? So do you have enough time in the rest of your life to go through all this? Go and doing this. When you're younger, don't wait to invest, just start investing. Whether it is 500 rupees as a student, you can take it out of your pocket money, or whether it is 1000 rupees from your first job, doesn't matter. Just start. That is far more important. If you do not know which fund to invest, do not wish to go to a consultant, very simple, do in an index fund, and at the same time keep learning. So an index fund plus a combination of some good equities is good, or some going to a good financial advisor and telling him, I require your services for 5-6 years. Hopefully by the time I will learn, sit with him, learn, read, do all those things. That will be very useful. Remember, if you want to drive a Mercedes, you cannot pay the EMI of a Maruti 800. If you want to drive a Maruti 800, you do not need to make the down payment of a Mercedes. This is very simple, which is visible in real life, and that thing happens in your financial life also, right? So you have made the choice of wanting to retire early. You may have to have a simpler lifestyle. So make those choices. You cannot have this and that. I cannot be running sales head for a very big company and saying I will not travel. That combination doesn't exist, right? So if I am sales head, I will have to travel. There is no choice. Even during pandemic time, some travel will have to be done. Read Atomic Habits, because the small changes in life, improving yourself by 1% every day or 0.5% every day, is far easier than making those big dynamic changes. That's never going to happen, right? When you're investing, think in terms of creating wealth for the next generation, not for yourself. Yes, you will make some money, no doubt about that, but look at creating wealth over long periods of time. Don't look at Warren Buffett, because simply he's been very lucky. He started at 11 and he's living till 90, right? None of us get 80 years of compounding in our lifetime. So if your father has done compounding, good for you. You can carry it forward. But at least the compounding that you did, make sure that your children carry forward. Teach them about investing, about compounding, etc. That's far more important than leaving them $1 million, right? Have some purpose in life even after you retire. Have some goals. Decide to be parts of some groups. Join some bhakti group or some running group, whatever suits you. Maybe you want to do Veda chanting, maybe you want to teach yoga, maybe you want to teach Vedas, whatever. Find yourself, your ikigai, and chase that, because even in retirement, it doesn't mean doing nothing. You have to do something, right? You cannot sit at home saying, I've retired. I mean, that looks very great for 2 days, 3 days. By the time you need to find some activities, right? Thank you.